So you're thinking about making a move to San Antonio, Texas. In this video, I'm going to show you around Alamo Heights on the map. Alamo Heights is one of the most sought after suburbs or cities within San Antonio that families like to move to. So make sure you stick around for this one and check out Alamo Heights with me on a map. If this is your first time to our channel and you would like to know everything there is to know about living right here in San Antonio and its surrounding areas, make sure you subscribe and tap the bell for notifications to ensure that you are one of the first to be notified when we drop a new video. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Steven Garza and I get phone calls and emails from people just like you every single day who are looking to make a move into the area. Whether you're 6 days or 6 months away, we would absolutely love to hear from you. All of our information is listed right below in the description box, and Steve and I would be honored to be your realtors of choice to help you make that smooth transition into San Antonio and its surrounding areas. Now, let's dive in to Alamo Heights. Right, so here's Alamo Heights on Google Maps. Now I'm going to zoom out so you can see where in relation Alamo Heights is to San Antonio. So as you can see, San Antonio is just a really big circle. We have 2 main loops that help you travel San Antonio. You have the outer loop, which is loop 1604, which goes all the way around. And then you have the inner loop 410. Alamo Heights is inside the inner loop and right off of 281. Started being built in the 1920s. The majority of the homes are in the 1950s and up. You will see every now and then some homes that are newer, where they have tore down, an older home and built a new home. It's not super common, but you will see it sprinkled throughout Alamo Heights. So one of the great things about Alamo Heights is its location. You are 5 miles into downtown San Antonio, and you are 3 miles from the San Antonio International Airport. So you're just really quick commutes to those 2 main things. Now, of course, there's lots of other things that surround Alamo Heights. While Alamo Heights is one of the most sought after areas, there are other neighborhoods around it that have become very popular, which is Terrell Heights, which is right outside of Alamo Heights, and Olmos Park. Both of these areas are also older, like Alamo Heights. They're both nice. I do think Alamo Heights is a little more prestigious, mostly because the homes as well as the school district. But we'll get into that in just a minute. So Alamo Heights doesn't really have subdivisions. So unlike a lot of the other suburbs that we have covered, you have a suburb and then you have all these neighborhoods within the suburb. Alamo Heights is just Alamo Heights. So there isn't any specific thing for me to tell you about neighborhoods. You have truly one main road that goes through Alamo Heights, and that's Broadway. It goes straight through, intersects with Austin Highway, okay? And then you do have Austin Highway that goes this way, but truly Broadway is your main road that goes through. Then you have 281. Again, they've already expanded this freeway. It's absolutely beautiful. You will have traffic. Your main times of the day that you always see traffic, right? 8 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 to 8, or really 7:30 to 9 a.m. And then anywhere from 4 to 6 p.m. are gonna be your main traffic times. 281 is very windy. So you will see at the curves, people will slow down significantly. Accidents happen in those areas, so you definitely do want to slow down. So 281 is your main freeway. You are close to Loop 410, so it is an easy drive to just jump on either from 281 to 410, or you can catch Broadway up to 410. Either way, lots of different, smaller roads that you can take. But one thing I want to point out, like I said, Alamo Heights has no subdivisions, but you do have a really great golf course right next to Alamo Heights. Actually, you have two. So you have the Quarry Golf Course over here, and then you have Breckenridge Golf Course over here. So you have two golf courses to choose from in the area. You also have the Quarry. So if you like shopping and good food, the Quarry is great. And you also have Lincoln Heights, which is right over here. So two good shopping and food locations for you to grab. I love the Quarry. They have our favorite, I don't know if you guys like sushi. Steve and I love sushi and ramen. And I don't know if I really want to say this because honestly, I don't want it to get so packed that we can't get in. I'm just kidding, but there's a restaurant called Piranha in the Quarry. It's so good. It's honestly the best ramen I've ever had in my life. And their sushi is just really good. They have a Latino roll, which if you're in San Antonio, you have to get the Latino roll. It's so good. Anyway, so that's Piranha. In the Quarry, it's like an outdoor shopping center. You've got lots and lots of shops, pretty much anything you can think of. If I start naming them, they're all going to be girls stores. I'm sorry. So it's like Ann Taylor, Victoria's Secret. Gosh, where else do I always frequent? Oh, they have the Pottery Barn. Anyway, lots of shops. The Quarry is a great place to go shopping and spend the day. And then Lincoln Heights is going to be where Alamo Heights goes for their grocery stores. Your H-E-B is there. And it's just been updated. They are adding on the ability for you to go pick up your groceries without having to go in the store. All of that is getting added to the Alamo Heights H-E-B, and so it's really nice in that area. So also in Alamo Heights, now you do not have to go to the Quarry or to Lincoln Heights in order to get your shopping. Broadway has really cute boutique shops and restaurants throughout. There's coffee shops. If you watch our Alamo Heights vlog, Steve and I give you the best kept secret in Alamo Heights. And I take you to this absolutely amazing espresso and cheesecake shop right off of Catherine Street. Let me move my map up here. You can see it. So right here, like cheesecake and espresso, so good. It's so good. And it's right off of Broadway. So it's right off of the main road. Now you're also close to Incarnate Word. So you've got really great colleges close to you. Incarnate Word is here, and then St. Mary's is just a little bit further down Broadway. So great colleges. You're also not too far from the San Antonio Zoo, which is right down Broadway as well, once you get to Breckenridge. So the Doozeum, if you have kids under the age of 10, because 10, they start getting in that age where they think they're kind of cool and they're like big kids and they don't want to do little kid stuff. So like 10 and under, the Doozeum, straight down Broadway, you're so close to it in Alamo Heights. The Doozeum is a must do with children. You can spend the entire day there. It's just so much fun. I love taking my kids there. I'm actually getting sad that they're getting too old and they don't like going as much as I like going. They have a staircase that's like a piano. And so me and my little ones like to make music on the steps of the piano. Anyway, Doozeum's really cool. If you've got older children, Whitty Museum, the schools here actually do a lot of field trips to the Whitty Museum. And then you have the San Antonio Zoo. If you have family come in and they want to do the touristy stuff, the Japanese tea garden is beautiful. And during Christmas, it's so beautiful. So really in Alamo Heights, you're close to downtown and all the great things that downtown has to offer. Now, what I will bring up, because it is one of the main reasons why a lot of people move to Alamo Heights has some of the best rated schools in Texas, not just San Antonio. So according to niche.com, they're rated A+. They're going to be more sought after than just an A+ because it's some of the best in all of Texas. I've got a few clients that I've placed in Alamo Heights over the years, and I reached out to them to see, what do you love about Alamo Heights the most? And all three of them said the schools. They feel like their children are in private schools, even though it's public schools. So it has a very rich community, great education. Their athletics program is really good. This year, it's going to be interesting because we just shifted the districts around because they are a 5A school. And my son goes to a 5A school at MacArthur. So we used to compete against Alamo Heights. We just did this year. It's a big, battle for San Antonio. MacArthur and Alamo Heights were in their district, some of the best schools to compete against each other. But now Alamo Heights is going to now compete against Bernie and Tybee and Kerrville and a few other schools. So it'll be interesting to see how their athletics program does against some of these other really high-ended schools that are sought after in Texas. So that'll be a little interesting. So I'm kind of curious to see how that all works out. But really, really great schools, beautiful. I mean, the high school itself is obviously dated. It's an old school. I think it was built in the 30s. Don't quote me on that, but it's an older school, but their athletic facilities are all new and they're beautiful. They're also one of the few schools in San Antonio area that play lacrosse. Just thought I'd throw that out there because my middle child just started playing lacrosse and really likes it. So anyway, great schools, truly one of the most sought after reasons why people move into the Alamo Heights. It's also, if you watch the vlog video, it is just so beautiful. It's so green. And because these houses are older and they built this community in the 20s through the 50s, they kept every single oak. And so you drive the streets and you just have trees going over you, and it's just so beautiful. It also feels very safe. You see children out playing, riding their bikes, going all over town. It's a very, very friendly atmosphere. People are walking their dogs. They stop and talk to you. So if you don't like friendly neighbors, Alamo Heights might not be the area for you. Everybody is super friendly. So yeah, just a really, really great area. In Alamo Heights, you don't have a lot of parks necessarily in Alamo Heights, which I do find interesting. It really is just houses. And then along Broadway, you have commercial, right? You've got shops and boutiques and restaurants and coffee shops and those types of things all along Broadway. But off of Broadway and these areas, it's really just all houses. Your lot sizes are going to range from 0.15 to half acre. The half acre lots are going to be pricier. As everything in Texas, the more land you have, the more expensive it is, right? Now, I will say there are some absolutely stunning estates in Alamo Heights. It's some of the oldest homes that we have in San Antonio, and they're just so beautiful. They are sitting on 0.3 to a half acre lot. And the prices usually for those size lots are going to be closer to the 2 million up to 6 million. So College Street is going to be one of the main streets where you have all of those. And then also in Terrell Hills, they have some really, really large, expansive estates that are beautiful. You just want to make sure that even if you're in Terrell Heights, that you go to Alamo Heights schools. That is a big deal. I probably shouldn't say this, but if it doesn't go into Alamo Heights, I wouldn't buy a house in Terrell Hills. I would not want them to go to the surrounding school districts around that. So I would stick to Alamo Heights schools if you're going to be in this area. But while you don't have a lot of parks in Alamo Heights, you are surrounded by parks. Almost Basin Park is one of the most beautiful parks in San Antonio. Again, huge, large oaks that are massive. I mean, they've got to be like 800, 1,000 years old. So super beautiful. And then as you go further down Broadway, you're getting closer to downtown. So you're going to have Brackenridge Park and all these other parks downtown San Antonio. So again, if you're looking to purchase a home in the Alamo Heights area, in order to get into Alamo Heights, your starting range is going to be closer to $700,000. The median sales price in Alamo Heights is $785,000. Can you find a home at $500,000? Maybe. And I don't want to know what it's going to look like at $500,000. You might have a roof caving in and some serious foundation issues at that price. So really your range is $700K to $6 million in Alamo Heights. It's a very small area. Population is 7,000-ish, 7,700. This area is very small, so and very sought after, which causes those sales prices to increase. It's also just very beautiful. So that's really everything we need to cover on Alamo Heights. It's kind of a shorter video because it's really just a small area that's completely encompassed by San Antonio. I did look up the history in Alamo Heights thinking that I was going to bring you this really cool historic story about Alamo Heights, but honestly, like it was like a lawyer who sued San Antonio to have this land back in the 20s. So it wasn't really anything exciting, but it was. And the locals today, even if you talk to them, when we talk about Alamo Heights, it's considered old money. So the old money in San Antonio, the oil money, a lot of the elite and prestigious wealthy of San Antonio from the 20s and the 50s settled in Alamo Heights. And it's just continued to keep that really prestigious atmosphere. And it's just so friendly, guys. Like, I love going down there and reading a book and sitting at a coffee shop, specifically one that has cheesecake, right? The Lake one's really good, but it's just a very peaceful area. Everybody's really friendly. So be sure to check out our Alamo Heights vlog so you can really just see how beautiful it is and to give you an idea of the homes in that area, because they are very unique to Alamo Heights, Terrell Hills, Olmos Park, that area. Those homes are older. Clearly, if you watched any of our other videos, the homes don't look like these. These are different. They are older. King William District's going to be more Victorian looking historical homes. Alamo Heights isn't really, you'll find a Victorian one sprinkled in there, but really there's a lot of shotgun homes. They're smaller, they're older, but they have so much character, lots of archways. The architecture is just very beautiful in Alamo Heights along with the scenery. So all that being said, Alamo Heights is super prestigious, great school district, higher price point. Taxes are also going to be higher because it's based off a percentage. So if your taxes are 2.25 and your sales price is $1 million, you're going to have a higher tax price. So just keep that in mind. And while looking, you always want to make sure you're in the Alamo Heights district, school district. If you're on the outskirts and it doesn't go to Alamo Heights, I would not advise paying a higher price tag for it. Even if you don't have kids, when it goes to resale the home, if you're not in Alamo Heights school district, it's going to make it harder to sell. So just some food for thought when looking in the area. I hope this was informative and you guys found value in it. If you have any questions or concerns or want more information about the Alamo Heights area or a list of homes so you can kind of check out what's on the market in the area, feel free to reach out. All my contact information is listed right below in the description box. As I said in the beginning, Steve and I would be absolutely honored to be your realtors of choice to help you make that smooth transition into San Antonio. Whether you're 6 days or 6 months away, we would love to hear from you. Thank you so much and have a very blessed day.